And welcome back to another daily devotion. I am Pastor Roy here at Woodlawn Christian Church in Lake City, Iowa, and this devotion is for Tuesday, March 19th of 2024. We are in the Gospel of Mark, and today we are at the end of chapter 12. We've come to the final verses of chapter 12, verses 41 to 44. This story is often called the widow's mite, or as the RSV calls it, the widow's offering. And Jesus has just gotten done talking about these scribes devouring widows' houses. So we need to keep that in mind as we look at these verses and think about the possible two different ways that we can interpret this. So let's jump into verses 41 to 44 in chapter 12 of Mark's Gospel. And he sat down opposite the treasury and watched the multitude putting money into the treasury. Many rich people put in large sums, and a poor widow came and put in 2 copper coins, which make a penny. And he called his disciples to him and said to them, "Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the treasury, for they all contribute out of their abundance. But she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, her whole living." All right, so two different ways again that we can take a look at this, really, that I can see today anyway. If you have a different way, feel free to let me know what you see here. That way, with any of the devotions, I'm happy to hear your input. At any rate, she has given out of her meager ability to pay a greater portion than what the wealthy are giving. She's giving everything. She's given all she had. Sacrificial giving is what we would call that. Truly sacrificial if it's all that she's gotten. She cares more about doing the work of God, if that's our way of thinking, than she does for her own existence. And that is, of course, something that we would admire. And there is much truth to that. Whether you have wealth or whether you are in poverty, and some of us have been in both of those situations throughout our lives. When you have wealth, yes, you may give money here and there, but you rarely give sacrificially. But if you're in a more modest position, we're giving, $100 or whatever, really impacts your ability to maintain the standard of living that you're maintaining, where you end up having to have ramen noodles instead of being able to have spaghetti, whatever. It's not the spaghetti's eating high on the hog, as they say, but the point being made is that if it's impacting, are you having to sacrifice? Are you having to give something up? Or is your offering of 100,000 or 1,000,000 or 2,000,000 or 10,000,000 or 100,000,000 or what have you, something that's not going to impact you at all? It isn't going to change your way of living. It's not going to change your travel plans. It's not going to change anything like that. Those are the ways that we typically look at this bit of scripture here. The other way to look at this would be that she is being preyed upon. And Jesus has just got done talking about the scribes devouring the widows' houses, and now he's pointing out that she's giving everything she's got, that she's basically been convinced that she has to give money to this for this reason. I know of an individual that was really good at talking to, and in the church world, talking to people and going to them and asking for, pledge drives or what have you, and convincing people that were on meager means to up their pledge, and have to cut back and have to sacrifice more. And we have to question that if you're making it so that, especially if many of our elderly are on fixed incomes, their Social Security, and a lot of people, that's all they've got. And if they're giving so much, they just literally can't afford their food for the month or their medications for the month. These are not good things. You're devouring the widows' houses. And again, as we said yesterday, the widows are supposed to be protected. That's really the calling. And the widows and orphans under Judaism, those were the people that were supposed to be getting charity to temple, and everyone is supposed to be taking care of the widows and orphans. If you're not taking care of widows and orphans, by golly, you're really just not taking care of the ones that God has said that you're supposed to be taking care of. Not that all widows are poor by any means, so we won't say that, but you understand the point, I hope. So, nice and short one today. We've wrapped up chapter 12. Tomorrow we'll pick up on chapter 13. Probably look to the destruction of the temple foretold is what we'll be talking about. Have a blessed day. Be a blessing to someone today. If you like these devotions, like and subscribe. Come on back again. We'd love to see you. And feel free to comment. Feel free to share. God bless you. Be a blessing to someone today. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.